Hey everyone, today we are talking about Scare Glow, and I had a question for you. Did you know that Scare Glow is a lot like vanilla ice?
Turn off the lights and I'll glow.
Scare Glow! Next, we're in the Poindexter Lounge. Did I get you, Cherie? Thought so.
You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unit.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to have all of you with me in the lounge today, as it is any day. And hey, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and talk about all the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, then please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, because we would love to have you be a part of this growing group of nerds. Now, today we are talking, yes, about Scare Glow from the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And this is a figure that I'm looking forward to going over because I never had Scare Glow as a kid. Scare Glow was a character that came along after I had already moved on from Masters of the Universe and moved on to like G.I. Joe and Transformers and Voltron and, you know, things like that. And so I'm really looking forward to taking a look at this figure. It's got some cool features, and let's go ahead and do that now. All right, here's the scary man himself, Mr. Scare Glow, evil ghost of Skeletor. We're gonna get into that in just a minute too, because that's a whole other thing unto itself. But hey, here is the package, here is the character, and we're gonna go ahead and look at his packaging, first of all, right off the bat. Now, I love the fact that they brought back the classic Masters of the Universe Scare Glow. I love that, you know, in most of the Masters of the Universe toys, they don't really stray off of the packaging. They know their packaging. You know, they don't stray too much from what it originally looked like even back in the day when I was a kid. You know, they know that they've got that iconic packaging that everybody recognizes, and I love that they don't stray too far, and especially with these origin figures, they're not straying too far with that. So up here at the top, this is an unpunched card, folks. So I know William will be like absolutely losing his mind probably about this. But over here we got new for 20 because this technically came out last year. But you know what? I'm a little late to the game, but that's okay. I will go ahead and review it anyways. It's for ages 6 and up. It's got that unpunched card. It says Masters of the Universe Scare Glow, evil ghost of Skeletor, glows in the dark, modern posing, retro play. Here is the figure himself. You can see through the bubble right here. It's got a little dent right there, and that's for balance actually. And he looks pretty good all over the front here. So I will just say this about what this means. Evil ghost of Skeletor. This is not the ghost of Skeletor. It doesn't mean Skeletor died and this is his ghost. When I was younger, and even up to a few years ago, because I wasn't really familiar with the character of Scare Glow, I thought that that's what it meant. I thought that somehow it was the ghost of Skeletor because of the way that is worded. Every time you see Scare Glow, it says evil ghost of Skeletor. But he's not really Skeletor's ghost. He's not a ghost of Skeletor, even though he looks like Skeletor. He's not a ghost of Skeletor, and he's not really even a ghost that kind of works for Skeletor, I guess. I mean, as we saw in the Masters of the Universe series, he's kind of the person in charge, as it were, of the underworld of Eternia, you know, of Subternia. So that's who he is, and you know, it's kind of a misnomer. But yeah, it's evil ghost of Skeletor, but it's not Skeletor himself. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the package. Here is the back of the packaging, and I'm gonna cut this top off here because it looks super cool and save this with my other stuff. But it says, a walking horror from a different dimension, Scare Glow radiates fear and terrorizes his victims. And you can see here, he's terrorizing Prince Adam and Champ Clamp right over there. Man, look at this artwork. I always love Masters of the Universe artwork. It looks fantastic, and this is no different for sure. Of course, it includes a comic book. And as all of these say, modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe action figures, Masters of the Universe Origins gives you the power to pose Eternia's greatest warriors as retro-style figures or in new action-packed battle positions. So we have the option. It shows you here how to get him to glow, and hopefully we'll be able to get him to glow. You place Scare Glow under a bright light, and then his skeleton glows in the dark. Here are some of the other figures that are available. You got He-Man, of course, Man-E-Faces, Orko, under the Heroic Warriors, and then of course we have the Evil Warriors of Skeletor, Trapjaw, and Scareglow even made his own packaging. Down here is all the legal stuff, and you can read that down there at any point if you like. But there is no side printing, it's just on a bubble, so we're gonna go ahead and open him up right now. All right, folks, this is Scareglow out of the package. This is everything that he comes with. You see there's the figure himself. He has that cape. He comes with a mini comic, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. And then, of course, he comes with this green weapon right over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sculpting of the figure. All right, so here is the figure up close. You can see the Scareglow looks pretty good. These Masters of the Universe figures, they don't stray too far from the originals, at least in these origin lines. They've stuck very true to kind of the way that the body types were, and some of the accessories and the way that they look and the way that they stand and whatnot. They've got a little bit more articulation, which we'll get into in just a minute. But let's go ahead and take a look at the sculpting itself. Just a very standard kind of muscular body. It's got the standard belt there that is classic now with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and of course the loincloth. The sculpting of the head is nice. It's a nice, skull head, and of course it's got some nice sculpting in the eyes, the eye sockets. It very much looks like Skeletor a little bit, but of course that's because it's a skull. And then of course it's dented up here. It's actually sculpted in. This crack is actually sculpted in and then painted. So that's pretty nice. As far as the back, you got this cape that, like I said, is kind of that, it's rubber. It's a soft rubber, but it's kind of got that leathery feel because you can see the texture on it. So that's pretty nice. I'm digging that when they're doing this, because it does give it a kind of a leathery feel. If you're someone who was into the original figures back in the day, you know that there was only 3 types of figures, right? So there were monsters, kind of a lizard man kind of thing, hairy bodies, and then the muscular bodies, and then they would switch in and out with all of those. So he has the muscular body. You can see here the human muscular body, but he's got kind of the lizard man feet, which kind of Skeletor had back in the day, which has got these 3 talons and then these boots of some kind. And there's not really much of a distinction between the boot and the foot, but it is there. And so there you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. His head is on a ball joint and will probably go all the way around here, but his cape is in the way. Yeah, so you can get it to go all the way around. You can get pretty good articulation on the head there and get it to go around. You can almost see it through his head there. It will go up and down very well, and side to side. Yeah, so a lot of articulation there with the head. That's really nice, but you do get some limitation because of this cape, and this cape doesn't really look like you can take it off. You don't really want to take it off. This little piece right here is attached, so if this pulls too much, that could be a problem. The only way you're going to probably get this off is to pop the head off. Then of course you have the arm over here is on just a regular joint, and that goes all the way around like so. He does not have a bicep swivel, no bicep swivel, but he does go around at the elbow, and it's a single bending elbow. But again, I like the way that they hide this. Now it's harder to hide, you can see, because of the translucent plastic. They have to, they have to make it a little bit more translucent so you can see some of these joints right through the figure. But, that's okay. It's the trade-off. He doesn't come with any other hands, so this is his hand, but it does go back and forth and all the way around. It opens up just like that. The other arm does the exact same thing, yet it has a hand that it can hold his weapon. He doesn't have any ab crunch, but he does go all the way around at the waist, and his legs will do the split because they're on these nice joints like that. he does bend at the knee, so that's kind of the action poses of this figure, because the original ones did not bend at the elbow or at the knee. So that's kind of the action feature there. And then of course the heads. Heads used to be, you know, just rubber, and these are a hard plastic here and go around on a ball joint and go up and down and that kind of thing. So there's more articulation. And then his foot here will go, his leg goes around at the calf, at the boot right there. And then his foot does the same thing. It goes up and down. It's on that hinge right there. And then it will go all the way around. So you can get some good pose, some good posability out of him. So that's good. Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. Let's take a look at his only weapon, which is this green, this neon green axe. Now, if you are a fan of Masters of the Universe and you had the old toys and you had Castle Grayskull, you will know that this is the axe that came in the Castle Grayskull package. So they had a weapons rack, and so this was one of the weapons that it came with. And this will go, of course, in his hand right here like this. It's got just a kind of a blunt end there, but you should be able to just pop it in there. Yep. Just like that. He also comes with one of my favorite things to get as a kid when I would get a new Masters of the Universe figure, and that of course is the mini comic. I just got a book of all of the mini comics that were released up to this point, and man, that book is, I've shared it many times on the channel. It is thick, it is hardbound, and it is awesome. And so it's cool to see these. You can see here some of these things. It's got, you know, all these characters in there with Skeletor and Scareglow. And I can't wait to read this little mini comic. It goes along here, some great artwork. All, of course, newer artwork, newer things. Looks like, ooh, they may turn Orko evil, I don't know. And then, of course, I always loved how they would always be promoting. There's your heroic warriors and there's your evil warriors. So that is the mini comic. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him to glow. All right, we've got him set up. Let's turn the lights off and see what he does. Look at that. Folks, I am not doing anything to that. I have not added anything to this. That is absolutely just the glow of the figure himself. That is really awesome. Wow, what great and awesome glow. I always like to see that if you have a toy that's supposed to glow in the dark, it's always nice to see that they actually glow in the dark. And for the camera to be able to pick this up is just fantastic. So there you go. It's got some great glow to him. It's got a pretty good look to it, and I'm pretty satisfied. I'll have to say, of course, I've got him under some bright lights, so that might help. So you may have to put him under some really bright lights. Your results may vary. But if I got to give him from a scale of 1 to 10, I would say, given it that it's a classic Masters of the Universe styling and all that stuff and the glow and everything, I would actually give this figure a 9, because he's going to look really nice on my shelf next to my other Masters of the Universe figures. So there you go. So there it is. That is my review of Scareglow from the Masters of the Universe Origins line. What did you think of this review? Did you like it? Did you think it sucked? Let me know down in the comment section. I still want to hear from you no matter what. And not just in this comment section, but also follow us on social media. All those links are in the description below. And that's where we can really have some great conversations about toys, about movies, about things that we love. And you can share with me your collectibles and the things that you like to buy and the toys that you have and all those things and how you display them. I would love to see that from you. All right, so please do that today. Follow us down there. And then also, hey, thanks to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thanks to all of our members. Thanks to all of the patrons of the channel. We're so grateful for all of you guys. And thank you to everyone who gives super chats when we go live. We can't tell you how much we appreciate your support here at the channel. And you know, it helps us keep the lights on. And if you do one of those 3 things, you are automatically in line for one of our weekly giveaways. All right, so do that today. There's some really cool things. It's just a little way that we give back, all right? Because we love all of you. And you know what? Most importantly, thank you to everyone who just watches the Poindexter Lounge. We're thankful to have you around. Now, today was Scareglow. Tune in next time when we'll talk about another scary guy, John Wick. I think I'm actually a little bit more scared of John Wick than I am Scareglow. I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, till next time, yes, Hugo, I will see you in the toy aisle. Yeah, John Wick would definitely, I think, take down Scareglow. I mean, he'd probably use one of those coins or something, and yeah, definitely.